got the heck out of the way with Tim Harkins. We are starting to learn a little bit maybe from our other games, but you know, I think these are wins that help define a program, another building block. We believe University of Missouri is a good football team. I think they're going to win a lot of games. They're athletic and they're well coached. Great deal of respect for Coach Odom. The conference they're from is a good conference, a really good conference. Certainly the game had a lot of ebb and flows. Tomorrow we'll watch the tape. There's going to be things as coaches that we need to correct, but the effort was there. I think as a football team, we're certainly stronger than we were last year. It became apparent to me at the beginning part of the game, we were able to establish the line of scrimmage and pop some runs, and while they may not have been big runs, it was certainly different than who we have been, and that started to add some things. Certainly Sean's athleticism, making plays with his legs and somewhat his arms, but he's a really competitive player. I know on the one touchdown he juked the linebacker and then stiff-armed the defensive back and took off and ran for a touchdown. It was great to see that. I thought our defense responded well, came up with a lot of turnovers, a lot of opportunistic plays, and we beat a good football team, and we beat them at home. I've told our fans all along there's going to be some defining games that you will attend and you will remember, and I think this is one of them, and we hope to move forward. However, it is one game, and we'll get ourselves ready to go. So at this time, any questions?
What was the difference, you know, to get off to a good start down 14-0, the offense wasn't moving, defense was giving up. What changed? Did it come down?
I think the biggest thing, you know, we did come up with a stop on defense, which gave us some encouragement, but the biggest thing was just the takeaways we got. I mean, if you started looking at the takeaways that occurred, I mean, they were still moving the football at halftime. You know, I was looking at numbers and talking to coaches. I knew we were going to be in for a battle. But I think the takeaways and then we had big plays offensively, you know, whether it was Sean's run or X's run, those are certainly big plays. And then, like I said, the defense coming up with some big plays also. Yes.
Coach, can you talk about the play of the offensive line, opening holes, that physicality you talked about? Is that something that is almost night and day from last year with what you want to see?
You know, I don't know. We're going to let the season bear out, but I've always said, you know, any head coach that knows exactly how their football team's going to be in the first game is being less than honest. But I said somewhere in between the first and the second quarter, usually you have a pretty good indication, and that was encouraging for me. I looked at the beginning part and I said, okay, they were doing some things. It wasn't like they were in a run front that was a bend but don't break run front. They had their guys up there, and I don't want to get technical, but it was going to be a front that was hard to run in, and we were getting some yards and a couple times some pretty good yardage. And so, you know, we've made strides there. I think we want to credit the strength and conditioning staff. You know, our guys are bigger and stronger. Our running backs maybe a little bit more powerful. And then I think we've got an athletic quarterback. And then, you know, we changed some schemes and changed some coaches. And I think all those were good moves, and it was indicated tonight.
I mean, Valladay had a big game, but a couple of other guys came up with some big rushes.
Right.
Does it look? Do you feel like you have a better balance with your running game?
Yes, we do. You know, Trey Smith did some good things, and then Titus Swain all along in fall camp has been showing that he's beyond being a freshman. He's an explosive guy. This stage was not too big for him. You know, we talked in our pregame meal that if you're out there as a freshman, the coaches believe in it, and we think you're going to go out and make a big play, which I thought Titus played well.
Craig, you mentioned the turnovers. I mean, I think they had 6 or 7 red zone trips, but only got 24 points out of those. You had 2 forced fumbles inside the 5. You scored a defensive touchdown. Did you think you needed some of those aspects if you were going to win this game tonight?
I did. I thought we were going to – I don't know what the turnover margin was. Did we even –
3-0.
We had
Yeah, y'all didn't turn it over.
+3.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
didn't
plus
turn it.
3.
I thought 2, you know, going in, I thought 2 would give us a shot. And, you know, as I watched the ebb and flow of the game, Davis, I knew there was a certain portion where if we weren't getting those turnovers, we were going to be chasing points, and then we'd have to change what the style of offense we have, which is out of our comfort zone. And then I also looked and said, all right, we've dodged a lot of bullets here. Sooner or later, we're gonna come up with some stops. And even in that last drive, to come up with a stop there was huge for us. And so all those turnovers count. And then those are things typically in early games, the things that really can make a difference are penalties. I thought we were fairly clean. There was a couple things we were disappointed. We had a substitution error and a couple other things, but I thought we were pretty clean on penalties tonight. And then, the other thing, we took care of the football.
Yep.
We took care of the football. We took the ball away from them, and that made a big difference.
It was a little disappointing
Yes.
late in the game where, the rally, it's third and short, and you couldn't get a couple of those first downs, whether it was a run or the pass. Was that a little disappointing, or does it?
Well, it was concerning because I knew we were treading on thin ice, Robert. I mean, at one point we were up 17 points, and you also knew the style of offense that they have. They can come back and strike, and so to be able to stay on the field was going to be important. We had one poor punt, and I thought Ryan came up with another great punt, which is a credit to him. He really drilled one and put him, I think, down. It was deep in their territory. I believe we came up with some points off of that punt. And so between the field position on the punting game and our defense, but yeah, those are things that we'll watch. I'll watch with our offense and defensive staff and say, how are we going to get better? What's our next step to get better from game 1 to game 2 to get ready to play Texas State? Yes.
For all the success you had on the ground, Sean, only 6 for 16 through the air, missed a couple throws in the end zone, particularly one late, you could have put that thing away. What did you attribute that to? Is that concerning at all?
I wouldn't say concerning, but it's an area of significant improvement, just not improvement, significant improvement. We've got to be more balanced. We knew all along that he could make plays with his legs, and that's what he did last year. And we had the playbook open more. Some things he executed okay, but there's going to be certain things that he's got to improve. But what's great is we beat an SEC team, I think a good SEC team, and we didn't play our best football.
How proud are you of the result of this young group to go down not only 14, but have Chambers misfire there in the end zone and miss Harshman wide open, and they still kept it?
Yeah, I'm glad you're bringing all that up. That's all part of a culture. And we've talked about that, and I think sometimes those words are overused, but that's part of a foundation where you don't have, okay, you're not playing your best, don't press, keep believing, keep on encouraging, don't get negative. Maybe have to change some of your game plan a little bit, but stay in the fight. And, I did think when we were down 14-0, when we came up with a couple stops, then, okay, now we settled down, now we're gonna get a couple drives, now we scored, and we came up with a couple big plays, and then at halftime you went. And we mentioned to our football team saying, okay, take this game in the fourth quarter and see how teams respond. Because when it's that competitive and things are going to get decided, then you find out about the result of your football team. And, there was things that we can do to maybe have put the game away, but we got to work on that. We didn't do that. Certainly things defensively we got to improve on. But to come up with a great stop on the fourth down play and get some pressure was great.
You mentioned kind of a program-defining victory. I mean, I know in 2016 we beat Boise, that maybe was the most defining one to this point. Would you agree with that, or was this one?
Oh, it's hard to say because there's all steps that you come into play. This is for me personally, Robert, there's a long history that I have with the University of Minnesota, not Minnesota, but Missouri. Simply because knowing what type of program they have, and then knowing Coach Odom, and then also seeing what they've done a couple of years ago when they were vying for the national championship. So we beat a valid SEC team at home, and our fans had a chance to embrace it and see it. And those are the things we've kind of been waiting on. Everybody talks, okay, Coach, when are we going to win a Power 5 game? Well, we did. And it was a great win, and we not only won it, but we won it at home. And I think those are things that our state can celebrate.
So,
Yes.
What does it say that your quarterback only throws for 92 yards, but you're still able to just completely dominate on offense?
Well, I don't know if we dominated, but I think what it does show is he's got ability to make plays and to improvise, and that's an encouraging thing because those are things sometimes that you cannot coach. Coach Vegan is a remarkable quarterback coach and offensive coordinator, and we'll work on those other